Good afternoon. My name is Pat Kottrak. I will be briefing on the Hubway's bike sharing service case study. Some background information: in 2010, initiatives were made by city public officials to promote the use of bicycles as a mode of transportation in eastern Massachusetts. The focus was to reduce roadway congestion, improve mass transit, decrease gas emissions, and promote physical activity. The Area Planning Council initiated a procurement contract in 2011 to establish a bike sharing service, which was awarded to Alta Bicycle Share Incorporated. In 2014, Alta was awarded the follow-on contract to expand the initial system while retaining high service levels. Hubway was the first fully automated bike sharing system in the country, operating year-round with the exception of the winter season. Users can go to a designated Hubway docking station, swipe their credit card or membership fob to access their bikes and return it at any Hubway docking station. The highest demographics of users are males in their 20s and 30s, and Hubway operated on a staff of 26 full-time employees. With the expansion on the horizon, there are some serious concerns with bicycle availability. There is a high variability in demand, as certain commuters would only use Hubway bikes at certain times of the day. Rebalancing has been identified as Hubway's biggest operational challenge, as there were many instances where station docks were either short or had an excess of bicycles. Hubway implemented 4 rebalancing vans, which served to rebalance the system by transporting bikes from station to station. On the follow-on contract, Alta agreed to the requirement that in Boston, every station would be operating at a normal status, which meant neither full or empty at 85% of the time. So how does Hubway alleviate their rebalancing problem? Since the demand of bicycles are uncertain, the new vendor model should be applied to combat this issue. To determine the optimal units or bicycles to be utilized, first I have to determine the forecast of the demand. I use the station operational information provided in the case study for the years 2011 to 2014. I then used the data to come up with the average trips for each year, and then I came up with the overall trips made. I then used the above data to calculate the standard deviation, which measures the uncertainty of the forecast, and then the normal distribution was developed. Since 2013's revenue data was provided, I decided to use that data to further analyze the usage of bicycles within that year. Now my shifts focus to the order quantity by conducting a marginal analysis, which will determine the underage and overage costs. This shows the trade-offs between the underage and overage costs. With the overage and underage costs, I can now calculate the probability of sufficient supply, which is 0.87 or 87%. So to perform at an 87% service level, Hubway will need a capacity of 1,231 bicycles. In conclusion, due to the many external factors, demand and ridership is difficult to predict with the expansion of Hubway's bike sharing service. Hubway must establish the correct amount of bicycles and docking stations at the appropriate locations. The news vendor model can assist Hubway to determine the optimal inventory levels with uncertain demand. This strategy will directly affect customer service, direct cost to the firm's inventory policy, and operational performance. Insufficient capacity is impacting Hubway's working capital, where it could be better allocated. The marginal analysis confirms that Hubway is meeting their normal 85% service level with a current capacity of 1,200 bicycles in 2013, with an excess of 8 bicycles. To satisfy the optimal 87% service level, which was calculated as the critical fractal, Hubway would need a total of 1,231 bicycles. This optimal quantity will maximize profits for Hubway, provide high service levels, and ensure operational efficiency. The additional 31 bicycles from their current capacity could also alleviate any penalty fees caused by disruption, such as demand surges. Their current excess of 8 bicycles is costing Hubway $9,600, which could be allocated towards the option that Boston's representative Nicole Friedman suggested on procuring bicycle-powered trailers. The excess funds will not allow Hubway to procure another rebalancing vans, as the costs associated with leasing and additional labor costs will exceed the allowable amount. Adding another additional rebalancing van also goes against Hubway's mission on reducing environmental toxins. The current contractual agreement for the 2014 follow-on contract of 85% service levels operating with high risks, as there is little room for unforeseen circumstances. However, it is deemed reasonable. Thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions.